Hi everyone, it's Lucy. Currently it's week 8 of our IEOR 190 class, and I'm here to give you our weekly update. Today I actually want to focus not necessarily on the assignments that we were given because it started to become a bit more freeform in terms of our projects, but just talking a bit more about team dynamics. And something I've kind of realized from this past week is that teams are a lot like relationships. Just like relationships, in the beginning you start with some sort of initial attraction that makes you want to form a team with this person. And from there on you move into this honeymoon phase where, your team members can do no wrong. And the thing is, at some point you do drop out of that phase. You fall out of love, you lose sight of the characteristics that first attracted you to these said members or person, and you start noticing. You notice the little things that bug you, their voice, their small actions, their temper, and at some point, the bond that used to be very strong begins to crack. So from honeymoon to reality, it's a transition that applies any time you have more than one person interacting with one another. So from relationships to teams to group projects, there's always the inevitable reality check. For me, that was this week. It's been 8 weeks since our first meeting, and to be honest, the initial team dynamic, the chemistry we had, that magic, it's dying a little bit. I think a lot of it results because our team is so diverse. One of the best and worst things about creating a strong team is that the diversity of all of the members. A lot of times, creating diverse teams can generate a wealth of new perspectives and inputs, but it can also lead to a lot of disruption and arguments, especially when you throw a bunch of very strong personalities into a single room. I definitely feel as though there's a few cracks in our current team dynamic. I think there's a lot of strong personalities and not necessarily the same opinions, but to be honest, I don't think it's anything serious to be worried about. I think, like any relationship, you can't expect to have highs without a few lows. And the way I see it is you can't have progress without a little bit of conflict. So that's the learning point for this week. I think moving forward, it's really important to really understand where your team members are coming from, the type of communication styles they have, the academic backgrounds they come from, and what they consider important. By understanding a lot of these tools about a person's background, their insights, their key interests, you can find ways to create common ground and move forward as a team otherwise. I think it's very important to understand that even though you are 5 different individuals coming from 5 different backgrounds, you are still working towards a common goal. So at least there is something that you do have in common, and hopefully it's a goal that's strong enough to keep you guys moving forward.